Dr. Richard Edlow from the Katzen eye group is here to talk about another problem, that common eye problem people deal with at work is called computer vision syndrome. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So obviously we're talking about computers. It's something I bet a ton of us suffer from, but most of us don't know what it is. What is this?
And it's so subtle. There are over 300 million personal computers in the U.S. And for those who work at a PC for more than 3 hours a day, it can cause all kinds of symptoms and a lot of discomfort. Dryness, irritation, blurred vision, headaches, fatigue. And so all of these have been found to be caused by working at the computer for excessive periods of time. And most of it is caused by one might have an optical prescription that's not properly corrected, some astigmatism or farsightedness that needs to be corrected. It could come from dryness, low humidity in the office. Some individuals, they have a vent coming at them while they're sitting at the computer all day.
Oh, so airflow could be an issue as well.
Airflow, definitely. And as a matter of fact, a number of studies have shown that when we're sitting in front of a computer, we blink less frequently.
Really?
And the blinking is what moistens the eye, so when we're not blinking, it dries the eye out. Certainly worse for contact lens wearers.
So you went through a few of the symptoms. Here's some others. Eye strain, dry, irritated eyes, double vision? Really?
Well, the double vision can come about from a couple of things. One is you're not focusing properly, so the eyes aren't aligned properly. And also uncorrected astigmatism. And when one has astigmatism, and most of us have a little bit of it, the astigmatism causes a ghost image or a doubling image. And again, when the eyes are dry or the tear film is less than it ought to be, that can definitely come about. And
let's go through again what some of these symptoms can be caused by in the workplace, or I guess in your house as well.
Yeah, just about anywhere.
You said lighting is one of the issues, glare on a computer screen, that makes sense.
Glare is one of the biggest problems. If you think about the spectrum of light, the Roy G. Biv, red to violet, the short wavelength light, the blue and violet, causes a lot of glare in the eye. So if we can block that wavelength of light out, and there are glasses that help us do that, so that can be corrected. But glare can be very, very fatiguing on the eye. The pupils bouncing back and forth. And that's very annoying.
And some others, not sitting the correct distance from your computer, not sitting with the proper posture, and uncorrected vision problems. Now, some of these things, like you mentioned, vents and lighting, you can't change in your workplace. I mean, it seems like some of the environmental things we can change. We can get up and walk around, or focus on something different every once in a while. But if you can't, is this something that an eye doctor like you could fix?
Well, there are a couple things. Fix maybe isn't quite the right word, but at least alleviate the symptoms. There are a couple things. First of all, just making sure you have the proper eyeglass prescription, that you're focusing the light properly.
And you should tell your doctor, I'm assuming, if you do a lot of computer work.
Yes, and that's typically one of the first questions the doctor will ask, and it's such a common thing nowadays, it's almost anticipated the answer is yes. But there are a couple of rules. There's the 20-20-20 rule. We love 20-20 in eye care. The 20-20-20 rule says that for every 20 minutes at the computer, look 20 feet away for 20 seconds. And that helps relax the focusing in the eyes. There's also a big issue with the humidity. We're talking about the blink rate decreasing in a computer. If we can increase the humidity around the eye, and there's certain glasses made, for example, computer glasses that these yellow lenses, for example, filter out that short wavelength blue light I was talking about that cause a lot of glare. But also the way they're designed with the curvature, they increase the amount of humidity around the eye. They create what's called a microenvironment, and the humidity will actually increase 15 to 20% wearing these glasses. These were originally designed for video gamers.
Oh, really?
But they're found that they work fabulously for computer use.
Okay, unfortunately, we are out of time, but I'll borrow those to read off the teleprompter. Maybe that
Absolutely.
was part of the problem. Dr. Richard Edlow from the Katzen eye group, thank you so much.
Thanks so much. A pleasure.
Some good tips, some good advice I'm sure 90% of our viewers can use. Okay, coming up, get your tax questions.